I'm going to put this one in this corner. Absolutely. Do the honours. There we go. Lovely.
Oops, sorry.
Way round.
My bad. You do the same as me, mate. Use a 5 and a 1. Same distance. Then. First round is start. Are you giving me the finger? I wish I'd had an opportunity to be next to you and see your system.
I'm sure everybody's talking about it online.
Sorry?
I'm sure everybody's talking about it online.
I've not seen.
Right. Are we all ready?
Yeah, to dance, mate. So.
Yep.
It's Mark, isn't
Mark,
it?
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. So I go place my ones.
Initiative?
Sorry, I've got
So you've taken it?
Yeah,
Chris, what?
Chris Hudson.
And 3.
We're all rude.
Done?
No, sorry, mate. I'm just
That's
thinking.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Yavin Open, Day 2, Round 7 of the Yavin System Open. Oh no, look at that. What's all that about?
Congratulations on being taken 1.
Okay, let me see if I can rustle up someone as a commentator. But it seems to me like... Mankit. Mankit?
So I don't know about yourself. You had far to travel.
It's about 45 minutes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you're Wally, right? Okay, you're not playing?
We don't have to go round yet.
Oh, they kicked you out. Sit down. So, hang on a second. I'm just going to turn your microphone up. Okay. Give me a... So what happened, man? You wake up late? What's your name again? Wally?
Wally Garcia, yeah.
And you've come from
Mexico.
via Ireland.
Living in Dublin, yeah.
Yeah. And you've turned up late.
Yep.
And so you're out. How did you do yesterday?
It was great. Actually, the first 2 games I won. Then 2 losses, the last 2. I didn't know what happened, but I did it.
Yeah. You lost 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, so there wasn't really that much difference in not making it today.
I know.
Right, okay. Cool. So, how's your Spanish?
Good.
Muy bien.
I think so. Yeah, muy bien, muy bien.
Vámonos. A ver, para la comunidad español que me siguen también, ¿cómo te ha ido?
Muy bien, la verdad, muy feliz por este evento.
Sí.
Desafortunadamente nosotros en Latinoamérica no tenemos aún apoyo de
Está difícil,
eventos,
sí.
pero bueno, se dio la oportunidad y aquí estamos.
Ya, tiene algo que ver con algún acuerdo con Disney o algo así.
Algo
ya
así,
está, ya.
algo así.
Saludos a Fernando y el resto de la
Fernando,
comunidad
queremos,
de
Andrés. Claro que sí,
la...
a todos, Carlos.
de las comunidades mexicanos, y ahora vamos a entrar en el chat igualmente. Go back to English now.
Okay.
So, what's the plans then for the rest of the day? You're going to compete in the Hangar Bay?
I think I'm not playing the Hunger Bay.
No?
I have my flight at 3 p.m. So.
All right.
I
So
need
even
to
if you
catch
had got through to the top, you'd have been a bit tight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, you got your shield tokens.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Everything's ready to go home.
Yeah, that's
all
good.
right.
That's good.
Well, what am I going to do now? I thought I was going to get one of the 186 that didn't qualify to help me out with commentating, but it looks like everyone's busy already, and Luke's brother's just gone off while I was talking to you. Bring your seat a little bit closer. And you all right to help me for this round, or you want to go off and do other stuff?
I want to eat. Actually, I would
All right, go on, take your time. Don't worry about it. Now, let me see if I can fish anyone out of the wandering masses, but I think most of them have gone off to see the expo. Let's see if I can get that guy's brother.
Tokyo's got nothing. The one closest forward is Dengar's, and Dengar's just going to get a run against these.
So here we go. We can actually hear them talking about this. Definitely less background noise today.
Right, have a fun game.
Absolutely. Especially with being streaming, all I want to do is make sure I don't fucking show myself up. Do something fundamentally stupid. Somebody online saying to me.
Okay, sit yourself down, mate. You draw the short straw.
Oh.
I think you were waiting though, weren't you? You're kind of hanging around there.
Yeah, I've got to wait for my brother as well.
So let people know who you are before we go any further.
Hi, I'm Adam Townsend.
You're
I'm
Luke's brother.
Luke Fishy Townsend's brother.
Yeah. How did you play yesterday?
Yeah, I played yesterday.
And how did it go for you?
Well, it went. I thought it was quite a good day, and I enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3 wins, 3 losses.
Excellent.
But
It's not bad.
yeah.
I mean, I'd do worse. I guarantee that.
Yeah. Well, I've only been playing this year.
Yeah.
I started in December.
How old are you, man?
21.
21. And your brother, how old is he?
I think now. 25.
25. Right. Cool. And so you've only just started recently, and,
Yeah.
and he's been playing since wave
Almost.
2.
Yeah, basically. I think
Yeah.
he thinks it's almost when he started. Just after,
Yeah.
I think.
All right. Already calling up judges.
Not a good sign, is it?
No, I mean, we have noticed that there's definitely a... What's going on there? I can't see because Duncan's in the way. Alright, I thought it was the German guy, but I thought he got knocked out yesterday. So, what we're looking at here is a storm of crows.
Yeah. I've heard good things about this that list.
Yeah. I mean, it's been all over Facebook. It's been all over the Fantasy Flight forums yesterday. 440 well, no, it was actually 400 people at the end of the day. 396, something like that. Tournament, 6 rounds, and Hawks go unbeaten with the highest MOV of the day. Now, I've spoken to Mark before we started the game. He didn't find himself coming up against the U-boats. He didn't face any contracted scouts yesterday. That was one of the comments that a lot of people were making yesterday. Those contracted scouts are just going to wipe that off the table. Now, obviously, yesterday we did a lot of coverage on community figures, well-known names and faces. We're in the X-Men community in the UK and worldwide, and so because we basically knew there's going to be like 140 players going to be qualifying for today, so it really wasn't that much of an interesting story to follow the competitive scene, the highest level games. Today, being as how we've cut them down to the cream of the crop, we're definitely going to be following through in the most interesting or most highly competitive games, especially in the top, of course. But so after the fame garnered by Mark on the left side of the table, we had to put him on round 1, as everyone was going on and on about it. I think actually Frank Brooks was the one who personally requested, as he is a bit of a fan of those scum Hawks, that we make sure we get him on the stream. and we're just waiting to see exactly how he's going to take this first joust.
Yeah. I think it's quite good that an unusual list like 4 Hawks has actually got into the cut.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that let's see. I had a discussion about this in Madrid not too long ago. That, a lot of people talk about whether the meta is open or closed or stagnant, and I say that, well, the meta is what the meta is. At the end of the day, it's defined by the people around you and what they choose. It's kind of like Yoda when he's saying, "The Force is what binds us. Luminous beings are we." Things like that. The people playing the game surpass the meta, and it's just a question of what's coming out. And we spoke yesterday about the arms race with the U-boats, is that more people take U-boats means that more people take U-boats to be able to combat them, just looking for that damage output. And then you end up having finals like we had in the regional on Friday, where it's basically just 2 lists smashing into each other and everything over in 20 minutes, which is interesting. But as far as a final game is concerned, not really what you were looking
I feel
for.
like it's
Yeah, you
all
want
about
more.
this first
You
thing.
want more about.
You want more beautiful game, to use a football
Yeah.
terminology. You want to see more passing, a bit more mixing up the game rather than just being, I'm just going to come at you. There was some work on it. Don't get me wrong. James and oh my God, I'm blanking now on the name. I think his name was Tom. Was the other finalist on Friday?
Oh, well, no,
I can't remember. He's gone off to a wedding. He's not been here this weekend, and I'll apologise to him right now. But you have to realise when you're doing this, you see so many faces come and go so quickly that it's just you get to the point where you remember the faces, but names and hometowns and stuff like that you just can't remember. Or lists. I always forget lists as well. Lists are a little bit easier, but there's some cases where you just can't remember. Like I saw Chris on the stream on Friday during the regional tournament. Couldn't remember his name. Couldn't remember what list he was flying.
Change so often,
And
don't
then he came up. So we're looking at those Hawks closing straight towards those torpedo boats, and let's see how it's going to end up for them, because I think they're probably going to end up in range this round.
Too straight,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, too
But I don't know. Would Talks do much to a multiple ship list? They're quite small ships, so
Yeah, but really those Hawks, what kind of defense have they got? 2 dice,
yeah.
focus token, and that's it. Scott Reed did mention to me yesterday that he fired 3 torpedoes at one of the Hawks and did no damage.
Ow.
I'm not sure how. I'm not sure what exactly is the synergy that's going on here. I suppose Forlom is cancelling the focus token they're getting from the overclocked R4. Then Dengar, what's the other one he's got? Zuckus. He's got Zuckus, and that's making him re-roll all his. I don't know how he did it. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit slow on these Wave 8 cards already, because I've spent so much of my money on all this equipment that I've
There is range. Hello,
there is range.
hasn't got a shot.
In the
One
front.
second, we can hear him speaking.
My guys all shoot before talking.
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay, so also range.
I don't know if that one's in range,
Nah, so he's out.
but those 2
Those 2
have
are.
a shot.
Okay, so
Oh, he actually told me before we started
orange.
which one's which, but I don't remember now. I think orange is the one that's only got 1 torpedo,
He's got
the one that's closest to the camera. The red one in the middle is the
at talking.
the torpedo boat, and the green base is the Boba Fett ship.
So guidance chips, spend the focus.
The guidance chips focus to get 3 hits.
Moment, it's just your front row. So do I then? Let's see whether I overclock him again.
Yep.
No, I'll leave it.
Okay. 1 eyeball, 1 blank, 2 hits are going in on
1 hit, crit.
1 hit and a crit
Hit takes a shield.
on
2
Torquil.
Direct hit.
Direct hit down to 2 hull.
Pilot.
And a shaken pilot, there's 2 hits gone, 2 crits gone in. Oh, I've lost. Have I sat on my cheat sheet? What's going on? No, there it
That's a
is.
good thing or a bad thing. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. So the shaken pilot,
That's the one what can't shoot, is it?
during the planning phase, you cannot reveal a straight maneuver. You can assign a straight maneuver to your dial.
Sorry, flip that.
Once he does a maneuver, that's not a straight maneuver, he can flip that card face down, and he's got a direct hit. So he's literally taken Torquil marks down to 1 hull point with the first attack. And it looks like the second one's going to wipe him out.
And 1 guidance.
And 3 hits. Of course, he didn't spend that focus token.
2 crits come through. He
And
needs to kill him, but he's St. Pilot skills can shoot back.
Doesn't look good.
it's gone down. He got a
TLT, your guy in the middle.
what is it? Damaged engine.
Yeah, okay.
And what's the top one there? Stun pilot. But with simultaneous fire, he's able to fire back. 2 hits. Oh no. Is it really that hard to use shield tokens, man? How am I supposed to know what's going on there? I think he's on 2.
The only other guy who can shoot is this one.
Oh god.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's easy.
Well, at least I know his TLTs is only taking off 1 at a time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've got going for me here. He's using transparent dice and little dice to mark his shield token.
But I rolled nothing but eye and a blank, so you'd have got
I
it through
played someone
anyway, so
yesterday
maybe
who
it
did
was
that.
worth that.
Yeah.
So another
And I
one.
was just couldn't keep track of it, even playing it.
How's it? Why is that?
Oh, I can't defend that.
I'm sorry, Chris, if you listen to this afterwards, but how does that make sense using a dice to take your shields? Isn't it more fiddly picking up a dice and turning it over to the right face?
I thought it would be.
Why don't you just get one of those clickers that they've got on the train to count how many people there are?
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, but or just use tokens.
Exactly. Just you got the tokens. Take one off. He must have left them at home. I don't know. But then, why did he bring 4? Why did he bring 3 little blue dice? I don't know. I'm not impressed, Chris. When you listen to this later on, I'm not impressed. I'm giving you evil eye right now. Anyway, we're gonna have a quick look while they're doing the planning phase. What's his name again?
Adam.
Adam. Sorry, man.
It's fine.
One sec. We're gonna have a quick look at how the rankings came out after yesterday's match.
Yeah, they gave them out yesterday to anyone that didn't want to.
Say hello, Adam.
Hello.
So we saw Mark Stretch, as we were seeing now, went 6-0 with 1,100 MOV out of 6 rounds, losing a total of 100 points out of 6 games. Amazing. Charlie Terhorst, which is the Netherlands player, we see, if we just change over to the action camera, you just behind Oliver Buckman there is a guy in a brown leather jacket. That's Charlie from the Netherlands. I'm going to go back to the ranking screen now. And the other undefeated player is Chris Hudson, who we're watching now, and Johnny Reeks. I'm guessing he's the one that's playing Charlie right now, in front of him there with the spiky hair, because there's only 4 of them that went 6-0.
Yeah, so they've probably got playing them, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not seeing him. I can't. It's because the other guys, the 2 guys are bent over. I can't quite see who he is to see if I can recognise him from other games.
I definitely don't recognise him.
He's just hid behind that guy's back that's bending over. Then we've got Brian Clark, Ewan Smith, Andrel Voinescu, which is a definitely foreign-sounding name, isn't it?
Sounds it.
Yeah, but I did hear his name said by the 186 guys yesterday. Dan Rodwell, Ian O'Connell, Darren Granger. This isn't right. It says Andrew Patterson twice. And actually know that the 11th place player is Jon Hanku from Barcelona. So I'm not sure why it's called like that. We've got Abhishek Sula, who we saw in round 1 of the regional on Friday and got through to the top. I'm not sure what he's playing today, although he was playing Rebels on Friday. Justin Walsh, 25 points, Ryan Davis, and Scott Reed just nipping into the top 16 with 881 points margin of victory. Bit of a weird thing here that in the other System Open events on day 2 they've reset the margin of victory to 150, but here they've not done that.
Oh, right.
Maybe it had a lot to do with the fact that there's so many people competing that they wanted to make sure that they weren't giving favours to anyone who had a loss on day 1.
Yeah, they wanted everyone to...
Yeah, they wanted to make sure that if you had a loss, it counted. The MOV stayed the same, and there wasn't any talk at the end of the day, that at the end of round of day 2, that obviously the person that would have lost the last game on day 2 but won all their other games was obviously less favourable than someone that would have lost their game in day 1 and won the 3 games on day 2. Okay. So, Mark's on his way into range bump of those jump masters.
Yeah, because then, as long as the jump master's got a 3 forward. I know they've got a 4 forward, so they could get behind the Hawks.
Yeah.
But with I think everyone's got
It's
a turret
red though,
there, so
isn't
it doesn't matter.
I think it's red. The
No,
4
4
forward.
forward's white.
On a Hawk?
Oh no, on a jump master.
Oh right, sorry.
So the jump master should be able to jump behind him.
Of course. And they're not going to do the sloops from there because they're going to end up going off the table place.
Is that a bump?
Well judged.
Yeah. Bumping, takes the stress token off, loses his action. Yes or no? No, it looks like he's thinking about an action,
Yeah.
so
He might have just cleared.
it looks like he just fit in then. There is a slight gap between the two bases. It's like if there's any contact, it's just by the nubs.
It must not
And
hit.
taking a target lock.
Depends on which one he. Which one he's going
Which one of the Spice runners? Or no, he's looking because he's got the furthest hawk back in the formation is Palov Gadalhi, which is marked by a turquoise ring on his peg. And he's blocking the Spice runner, which has Forlom as a crew,
Oh right, okay.
locking onto him.
There's the 4 forward.
Yeah, I mean you can definitely tell. There's a lot to be said regarding the negative aspects of the U-boat list,
Yeah.
but you do see that the high-level players are definitely ones that aren't just smashing into players and throwing all the dice they can.
Yeah.
There's definitely an element of control to how the better players use the list. And look how he's going to just slot in right between those two asteroids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So this Hawkless infamous now.
Def-
so Hawk-
Them
Right.
Hawks look like they're going to be getting annihilated
Yeah,
where they're lined up there.
Yeah. The way it is right now, I think we're going to be losing. I think Mark's undefeated record is about to go defeated. But we'll see. We'll see.
It's a shame though, because it is a unique list.
Yeah, of course. And even so, one loss. I mean, we've got 3 rounds to go. Only one of these 4 players that have gone undefeated yesterday is going to come out of today without having lost a game. And the other 2, Charlie and what were we saying the other guy's name was? Can't remember. The other person who went undefeated are both playing U-boats as well. So the question is, if Mark loses this game, the question is which one of the U-boats is going to be the highest ranked at the end of Swiss at the Yavin Open. And a bump
Yeah.
on Palov.
Nothing.
It looks like he's going to aim for a Spice Runner this turn. He's
Yeah,
two of them are targeted.
Two of them are in contact, so he's not going to be shooting at them. Oh, a bit of a bump. So and obviously Chris being very smart, not taking the focus action, so that Palov can steal it from him.
Palov will TLT. The injured guy in the middle.
And here comes fire from Palov on the torpedo boat from,
3. I don't think I
which is
do
the one without shields. 3 hits straight out, and he's got 1 hit.
That's better than that. It's TLT, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just the 2.
Just 2 hits there, and blanks. So another hit going in.
Your 3 guys.
He's wheeling down that U-boat.
Yep. He's already got points on the board, 16 of them. Not much, but
Better than nothing.
yeah. And it could be possible for him to take one off. The question is,
Red, so
how?
target lock to fire it.
Okay, here we go. The other thing that that Mark's lost out on in this game, yesterday he faced a couple of Imperial Aces, and that's where the Dengar and one of the Spice Runners would have helped him out. But today, that Dengar is pretty much an ineffectual card. No, not bad. Just roll 1. It re-rolls 1, doesn't it? Instead of
Oh, yeah.
2. So there's no aces here.
I believe
2
you decide
hits.
fall on after you've rolled, I think.
Yeah, modified next.
Yeah.
I was
You
just,
don't have
it
to
was,
think.
yeah, I don't think beforehand. It was just whether I consider it as part of it.
1 evade.
So
Hit crit. So
A hit and a crit go in on Spice Runner with Forlom.
critical is a thrust control fire. Receive a stress. Then slip.
I've messed up the list. I put 2 shields on that one, so give me a second, I'm going to reset stuff. He got a stress token from the thrust control fire. As soon as we go through to the next planning phase, I'm going to have to reset the list. Let me try and do it now.
Proton torpedo. And turn 1 to a crit because a proton. So, yeah, crit. Go.
Not what I wanted. He's gone. So hit crit.
And he's off the table.
Oh! He's got 3 direct hits.
Just
now.
if you're paying attention to what's going on the screen right now, I'm just
Okay,
double
so
checking everything's
orange
working.
guy's not shot yet, so orange guy back on yellow.
This one's gone down to 2 whole points. We've lost Torquil. And we've lost Spice Runner. Ah, I've done it again, look. Jesus.
1 evade. So shield. too close.
That's
so you
what-
can shoot the
Oh,
guy
he's
not
looking like
quite
he's
touching.
going to shoot range 1 onto the other horse.
Conventional gun,
Yeah.
old-fashioned.
2 dice from the primary weapon attack of the hawk.
I would
So it
think
must be just out then.
I get a reroll. Need it.
Don't need it.
Spend the focus token instead.
Ouch.
2 hits
Evaded one.
and 1 evade. He takes a hit from that primary weapon.
Fire
A
control
crit.
system. So at the start of the combat, please roll one.
Thrust control system, you say? Or is it? Console fire.
Next turn.
Not a
At
bad
the start of each combat phase, roll 1 die. Okay, now they're on the planning phase. I'm going to quickly fix this mess I've made here. One of the bugs I've got in it is that if I try and reset it, it ends up confusing whether or not I've got half damage on them or not, and starts summing and starts adding up negative points. So I've got to make sure I've got them all at full health,
Yeah.
and then I can reset it, and then I've got to put everything back to how it was. And what we got here? So we got that. The 2 hawks are gone. 1 spice runner, Palo Gadal, he's still there, and now we've got 1 contracted scout down to
2
2
health.
hull points, and that's 4 shields there, 4 shields there. Wow, my camera's pretty good if I can read those dice.
Yeah,
Even with the low level lighting here.
I think it's the only one that's actually taking damage at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, just that one, the 1 torpedo boat. Because the other 2 have,
4 shields and 5 hull, is that?
yeah, the top one's got Boba Fett on him, and
Yeah.
the bottom one on the screen is only carrying 1 torpedo, and that's been spent. So he's only left with the overclocked R4 now.
He hasn't needed to use the Boba Fett's ability yet.
It's true.
He seems to be taking one out a round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're taking 1 out of round, then what's the point in discarding Boba Fett in an ineffectual attack? You're not gonna make things anything easier for
The equipment
yourself.
might be more useful.
You may be looking for that, for being able to get Dengar off of that Palob. Is it Dengar? Oh, what's going
Yeah.
on? Zuckus off of the Palob.
You done already, Si?
All right, now let me have a look here.
You set?
I will mention again once again. I've already mentioned it yesterday. We were talking yesterday about how Hawks managed to go 6-0 in a tournament with so many players, and it is definitely something to take note of. A lot of people did say that it's obviously depending on what list you have to face. Is he doing a 2 straight or a 3 straight? It's going to be a 2 straight. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. Oh, it's a 3 straight. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I think
Yeah.
they're just moving it.
I thought he was trying to do a 2 straight, thinking that the base would fit on the other side.
Yeah.
So yeah, in Spain in January we had a large tournament, 168 players, and this wasn't an unofficial tournament. This was just a couple of guys organising a tournament, and that was taken by a list from Barcelona, which was Bosque with Dace Bonarm and Palo Gadalhi. After losing the first game, went on to win every single game afterwards, up to the final and taking the title in that game.
It can happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said with those scum Hawks as well.
I just like how no matter what list you take, if you're a good player,
Yeah.
you can take it anywhere.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there is something to be said for the meta. We've noticed here a lot of U-boats compared to what I'm used to back home.
Yeah.
There are a lot of U-boats. Like I said, that's where we come up with the idea that it seems to be more of an arms race. That when the more U-boats there are, more people will bring U-boats.
It
does seem to be like that. Yeah.
We were talking with the Irish players yesterday. There's only one person in Dublin that plays U-boats. And he's got a bit of a poor fame for it. They didn't want to mention who it was, but everyone knows who he is, and they know exactly the type of play he's going for. So they've all come across with quite varied lists. We had Ian O'Connell on round 1 yesterday, and he's playing Whisper with Rear Admiral Shirano. There it goes, right there with the black hat. Yeah, and that's an interesting list when you're facing a bunch of jump masters.
Yeah. There's.
Oh, just give me a favour. Just not that bag, mate. I just suddenly realised I've not had anything to drink. I'm suddenly running out of saliva.
Oh, that'll make it.
Sorry.
It's alright.
No, I think
You've gone past the
It's going to be close. 3 forward.
I think it's all about them nubs, mate. So I tell you
Judging
what,
the space between the two bases at the moment, I think he fits on the other side.
That one.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I personally think he fits because there's less than one base length between those two ships at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must be able to fit on the other side.
It's all about
It will be just like leave a couple of mil gap,
Yeah.
but it should get through.
More than anything, those movement guides are going to mess it up for him.
Do you want to put him back anyway, do you? Or do you
Yeah.
want to try?
He's not going to get through there.
No, they decided no. See, a lot of people have gone and bought new Coggo 2 templates this
Yeah.
weekend. They've still got the backing on them so they can go home and paint them.
I've got some at my hotel room.
Yeah.
With the scum symbol on.
I'm a bit upset. I don't get upset. I don't get the chance, but obviously I'm busy doing this, so I'm not going to have a chance to go over there and see any of the stuff over there.
He's got a conventional shot on this guy.
Not much you can do though.
Shot he's got.
But to be fair,
This is what we do to bring this sort of coverage of these sort of events to you. Is it means I don't get to go over and see the expo guys. By the time I'm finished and I've got the time to do it, it's closed.
dedication that is.
Well, I mean, it's what I came here for at the end of the day. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
This is the guy with suckers.
So that's why I didn't play in the Friday tournament.
Of course.
So I can go look around the expo.
Yeah, I mean, if it was something like Gen Con or something like that, maybe I'd be more interested. I mean, the Expo's got interesting stuff,
Your threes.
but even so, I'm not
so
particularly missing out on anything that would really be that bit important to me. No, but the best thing is, if I go over there, if I don't go over there, it means I can't spend any money over there.
That is true. I have
Wait.
spent almost my whole budget so far. I've got to save what little I've got left as my money for food.
Of course. So, I've not been paying any attention to what's going on. He's got lost one hole on the Spice Runner,
Yeah.
Green.
and
Same guy.
I think Palab still has a shield token. Yeah, I can just see it there.
So I got those two.
And so that was 3 hits.
Ooh, that's
I will spend this.
A focus token.
Right, yeah.
Your time
2
comes
hits
to
go
make
in.
it.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
So 2 hits come through.
might be a surviving Spice Runner.
For now.
Needed one more. Right, so
It's going.
But it's all he needs for.
range. Nope. So I've got to just do him against Palab.
Could get lucky because he's out of arc, no torps.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
I had a game with Cavs with 1 hole.
Yeah.
Wampa was in range 1 of a rear arc.
2 hits and a crit there.
Ooh, that's
Well,
And
he's 8 hits and a crit.
both go in.
Hit takes the shield out.
And that's Palob taking damage. And the critical effect
Oh,
is a direct hit as well.
right, here we go. We're going
That's
to
double
damage.
He can TLT
Yeah,
red fellow.
yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
absolutely.
when you come to a stream table, especially my stream table, and you find all your
Getting
damage
all
cards
rerolls,
face up
it's
so you
gonna
can
be a
revise
dead
that deck,
guy.
be sure to shuffle it. Too many direct hits coming out here.
Yeah. Just bad luck at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah. That's just one of the reasons why I make sure to place the cards face up,
Oh, takes one.
so that and he takes a hit from that.
Second shot.
Oh, right, I can't get
Dengar repeating that, 3 hits,
Let's see how many I get. So either one anyway.
Going to take at
and
least
Mark takes 1 U-boat down with him.
One of them down.
his MOV at the end of the day.
And that's going to be
One with
important
the
now
torpedoes,
because
well, can't be a bad thing.
he's been suffering a lot from
Take
those
one off
bumps.
whilst they've still got torpedoes they haven't used.
I'm going for Spanish words again. But what's the word? Just making it difficult for him to move forward all the time, Chris.
Yeah,
Getting in his way. Those large bases, the barrel roll makes it so easy for him.
Three, aren't they?
Maybe now we're going to be able to see Palob kind of free up, and because the U-boat that's closest to the right of the screen, or the left of the screen, sorry,
Yep.
that's going to be out of the next round of firing probably if Palob moves fast.
Yeah, if it moves further enough, it could be out of the range. Problem is the other U-boat has like 2 damaged Spice Runners basically around him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the idea: is to try and get the opportunity to concentrate fire on the Spice Runner, on the U-boat that's with Boba Fett. Let's have a look at how it's going for them.
Maybe a different tactic could have been for the Spice Runners, not set up directly opposite the U-boats and try and take them in
Well,
on
I
the
think
side.
what happened. So let's have a look. What happened here is that the Spice Runners set up first. They're one. They're Pirate Skill 1, and obviously they've gone for this corner, thinking that the U-boats with their green turns to the left wouldn't be interested in coming in on the bottom court on the right left-hand side of the play map. Then basically Chris has set up the 3 U-boats directly opposite the Spice Runners, and Mark's been left with no alternative but to put the Muck Palob and Torquil together with the rest of his fleet, and it's basically just become a head-on crash for them. Those U-boats haven't been doing. I mean, the one with Boba Fett on was the only one that went out to the side. The other 2 went straight on. Just basically a train wreck.
So it's not really his fault though. To be fair, I reckon it was always going to be a hard matchup for him.
Yeah.
Just because.
I mean, as we said, he didn't face the U-boats yesterday. So today's been the day. It was obvious today he was going to face one list, at least. The question is, how many more is he going to come up against in the next 2 rounds?
I think there's quite a few of them around.
There's plenty of them around, I can guarantee that.
So I think I played 2 of them yesterday, but only one of them had 3. Because there's a lot of them with 2 like jump masters
and something else,
and a bandit.
All right, okay.
Headhunter bandit.
So that'd be Talon Dengar with a bandit, or?
No, I think they're contract missile pods like that he has there.
Yeah.
But just with a random bandit on it.
All right, okay. So they must have had them up with the. Right, I'm not sure.
I think they're still deciding.
These dial covers that they're the official ones that he's painted like a luminous green, huh?
I like the brightness of them though.
Yeah. We had the list from George Delapina yesterday.
I'm good with that.
And they had the dial colours that they'd painted as well. Excellently. Just changing over. For the guys that were watching yesterday, you see a slight pause when I switch cameras. The black screen comes up. That's because yesterday I was noticing a lot of slowdown on the camera, and that was due to a special effect I'm doing to make sure it's always ready when I switch cameras. So I've switched that off. So we're going to see a slight delay in between switching between the 2 cameras before the live stream comes back on.
How far I nudged it.
And that's just the reason why.
Because with me being lined up with it, I should have never hit it, so I just nudged it with it anyway. What do you want to do about that? I nudged it, but I don't think I nudged it very
He's just
far.
missed out, really, hasn't he?
Well, they're just saying now that
I don't think I covered it.
Chris is saying that he didn't, he shouldn't have touched it because his front base was lined up with the edge of it, and then he was worried that as he moved, he seemed to nudge the asteroid just a little bit. So they've said there was no contact.
If you do the honours with that
Yeah,
guy, mate, coming round
this
one.
is a hard one.
It's all about agreeing with your. Like, there's no point playing, like, not taking your opponent's word for it.
Yeah.
After all, it is.
Well, no, I mean, at the end of the day,
game.
it's a game between 2 players.
Yeah.
Okay? The judges are here to resolve a dispute,
Yeah.
but they're not here. It's not like in other sports where a referee has to oversee the entire proceedings.
Yeah, you can agree between yourselves.
You 2 need to be in agreement every time. If you believe the person you're playing against is the sort of person that's going to do suspect stuff like that, you have to be completely paying attention to what he's doing at all times. And basically, when we're talking about the kind of level of play we're talking about here, you want to be paying attention every time your opponent touches the table.
Yeah.
Because not just because you might be suspicious of what he may or may not do, but just because anything can happen. The number of bumps we get, accidental stuff like that, you need to be paying attention, and it needs to be under your own judgment whether or not you think anything untoward has happened.
Just checking.
Yeah, you just got to
TLC, green fellow.
basically respect your opponent as well. So you got. I don't think there's many people here out there, anyone in the 2-day events, who'd is like that.
Yeah. So we're taking hits on the Boba Fett from the twin laser turret from Palob.
Your 2.
Okay, so 3 on the Hawk.
Was he already a shield down?
This one.
3.
He just lost 2
He's the
shields.
only guy at range.
Oh, he's using his normal gun, is he? Not twin laser.
Target on that one.
He's using the twin laser. There's 2 attacks there.
Ah,
Three.
I didn't see the second rifle.
Right.
Can't survive this.
There we go. Bye-bye.
Well,
How did you think?
and by the look of that distance, the other Spice Master would probably be range 3.
Spice Master, what are you on about? Spice Runner?
That's one.
Master. It's probably range 3, yeah, by the looks of it. From, here we go, range 3.
And what has he got left? 2 hole?
Yeah.
Guys, sorry. Where you at? Yeah, talk up.
One hit, one blank.
Focus.
Saved by the focus.
That was lucky.
And lives to another day. But let's face it, there's not much left in it for Palop.
Yeah, because that U-boat it's following to try and kill is still going to get his shots back.
Palop at most can only do 2 damage a turn. And to be able to do that damage, he has to either be at range 1 with his primary weapon attack or using his TLT. So he's basically,
This guy.
at best, he's not even going to get any more points. He can't even reduce the jump master down to half hull.
It depends. If he stays at range 3 of them all, he might have a chance with the evades.
True.
He'll probably only need 2 turns to get half points again.
Yeah, we might see now, because actually that's the first time we've seen Chris make such a long movement.
Yeah.
This guy.
And he's taken a focus token.
For 3.
He wants to be able to take advantage of that aggro mech on the next attack. He wants to be able to spend his focus token, get a target lock, re-roll any blanks he's got. On an asteroid, on the debris field, sorry.
So he can still shoot.
Let's see what that.
Only
Through.
Let's see if we get a crit or not. No.
Okay.
I don't like those debris fields. They're so boring. No damage ever comes out of them.
Looks like he's staying at range 3.
I will focus.
Actually, it'll be quite close if it is in range, actually.
So I have a shot against
From
this
both.
guy. Is
I
that
think there is range 3 on both of them. And it's obstructed.
Yeah,
Probably.
by the asteroid.
Here comes the laser. Oh no.
It might not be enough.
Yep.
Okay. So, just 3 dice.
Green fellow.
And
2.
3 hits. 2 hits, sorry. 2 blanks. Like I say, we're not going to get any more points on the board in this round, especially with a roll like that.
I'm going to take a stress to make you re-roll your focus.
Using Zucker's
Re-roll your evade.
to re-roll the evade.
You do that before I modify, so I could spend that in the end.
Correct, yeah. I do it after you've rolled it.
But you can make me re-roll that afterwards. So if I
No,
go, because I've only re-rolled this dice, you can only do it once to each dice.
Yeah, just checking on.
Just re-roll that one.
Yeah, spend the focus.
Spends the focus token to save himself from 1 more hole. I mean, I wouldn't have done that, to be honest. He's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
He's not going to kill you. And then you've got that focus token, the R4 agromech.
Yeah, because say he's not even
Look at
taking you down to half health.
So he's done no damage on that attack.
I'd say that's out, but he's going to lay it down on the deck, mate.
In range 3, just in range 3.
Thought it worth checking.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Could take 2 lucky hits.
Okay. So yesterday, when I heard when Scott told me yesterday, Scott Reed told me yesterday that he was firing torpedoes at a Hawk. He must not have been talking about this guy, about Mark's list, because Mark's already told me he didn't face U-boats yesterday, and we know Scott's playing U-boats. So I'm not sure who else is playing the Hawks that are causing so much trouble. And another thing I think I saw when I came in today, I think I saw somebody setting up along there with 3 X-Wings, T-65s.
Yeah, I heard someone was doing something like that.
Yeah, I mean, what I need, the thing is, everybody's done a bunk. When I finish this game, I'm doing those interviews. Do me a favour, have a quick look round
Yep.
and see if you can see anybody with any interesting lists that are in basically, once we get
Yep, you're right.
right, you see this guy here is really, really tall.
Yep.
Right, that's Jon from Barcelona.
Okay.
I want to see anybody from that table up.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are the high-level players.
Yeah.
And we want to see them. If there's any interesting lists, I want to try and not see so many U-boats because I'm probably going to be seeing them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So here they go.
The problem is
Probably not going to be in range on this round.
ooh, that might go in someone's.
No. Ingredient.
Couldn't even get target off on the action.
Did he?
No, not got range.
Because he didn't take the shot last round, did he? So he might have been just out last round as well. He would have.
For doing a target lock? Or for the fire?
The last round of shooting, that he didn't use the. I didn't see the dice bit roll
Done.
when they tested the range.
Green clears that.
No. Yeah, I don't remember.
They went straight to dials, I believe.
Yeah, okay. It's probably in range now though.
Combat.
After the
Gonna be
barrel roll.
close.
Yeah.
That one's out of range.
Yeah, and there we go, range 3.
It's the closest.
Just under 30 minutes remaining, gentlemen. Just under 30 minutes.
Parallel.
And that's not. They're being as how they're practically parallel, isn't the closest point is not obstructed there.
It's my front left. It might well be.
That could be.
No, I
That
don't think
could
either
work
one is-
in the favour of the Hawk
either
though,
one is.
so he takes more shields off.
Yeah, but there's no
No.
Right.
there's no obstruction.
TLT the orange guy. Just the
There's
one.
nobody else. There was nobody else around. Everybody else was more interested in getting something to eat.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry, man, I'm just joking.
it's fine. I'm here to support my brother.
So,
Ooh, is that?
at 1 evade, looks like we.
Turn fire.
Oh, he's down 2 already. So now it's the
good.
contractor scout's firing back. 1 evade.
Crit comes through.
So a crit goes on, it looks like. There we go.
Oh, this
Damage
could-
cockpit, pilot skill 0.
Oh, that made a belt, didn't it?
I don't think it really matters. Oh yeah, it does because he doesn't shoot first anymore.
Yeah. And doesn't move first either.
Shoot last. Yeah.
Doesn't move last, sorry.
No.
Oh well. And he's double stressed. So with that Hawk dial, he's limited with his movement options, and he's got a debris field right in front of him. So there's going to be no focus tokens for a while.
He could have probably done with the actions instead of being stressed.
Yeah, but then in that last round, he used that stress to be able to guarantee a damage
Yeah.
on the contractor scout.
2 at range 3 with 3 dice.
It's green, so I clear one of them.
Okay.
Look at that, he's going to. Okay.
I suppose he reckons the contracted scouts are going to come closer to him.
Up to you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's
We're coming round.
preparing.
I don't think there's much chance of escape now.
Expect that.
Yeah, he's
Oh, look at
something.
that. They did. Oh wow.
Mind.
He might- didn't expect him to do that.
They wasn't
but-
expecting that.
Oh, he's got barreling away as well.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure he's out of range for that TLT attack, because this is the Boba Fett ship is with the green base is the one that's
Yeah.
damaged already.
So he's going to
This guy. Whoop.
probably try and.
Oh no, but they're both damaged now, but that's the one he wants to try and keep alive as long as possible, I
He's gonna try
suppose,
and
because
stop the Hawk
it's
to
the
get
highest
high
points.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to take any more damage on that one and start hurting his MOV.
And whoop.
Yeah, because if he goes in with the one with the 2 shields, the Hawk's got to take 3 basic damage to the contracted scout before being able to die.
Check it out, Adam. We're being watched by 118 people right now. And I personally haven't even published it anywhere. I haven't shared it on Facebook or anything. I just got straight to work when I got here.
That's
That
awesome.
would have been range 3. So could have had a focus.
I think it's the most people I've ever spoken to.
I will admit we've not been paying attention to the chat at the moment, because we're a bit more interested in the game.
Oh,
He's gone. Well
And
played.
it looks like that's it over.
how did you do the game?
Bye bye, Palop.
That's about 50-50 against you, mate.
It looked like a good game.
Initial
Yeah.
engagement, as you were
One of the
saying,
things I was just saying just now, when Mark arrived at the table, I asked him, have you played the U-boats yesterday? He said no. And I said, have you played them before with this list? And he said yes. I said, don't tell me anymore. I don't want to know how it's gone for you. And just now, Chris has just asked him, how's it gone for you in the past? And he said it's been about 50-50. A lot of it's got to do with the first engagement, with the deployment. Whether or not if the U-boats go over onto the other side of the table, it's a lot easier for them. So anyway, that you can see by the way they set up the asteroids that Mark was hoping to just kind of roll down one side of the table and force those U-boats to come in through the side and be an obstacle, have their attacks obstructed by those obstacle tokens. Okay, so thank you very much, Adam. Like I say, do me a favour, go have a look at the list, see if there's anything interesting around there, and I'm going to go get interviews with the two players. Thank you.
Yeah, you do that.
1 second, Mark. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to speak towards that piece of tape.
Yep.
Right. Let me just change this camera around so you're not. The problem is, as I'm much closer to the camera, I look like some giant. You look like a tiny little man.
You are a giant. I'm a hobbit.
Let me move myself back a bit. So, how'd that go for you, man?
Didn't go as well as it could have done. Lost out on the first engagement and then got beaten up by the jump masters.
Yeah. 1 second. That bit wobbles a bit, so let me try and get it down there. Okay, and I'll control you from here, so don't worry about how loud you're speaking.
Okay.
So you were saying just then at the end of the game that your record against Jump Masters is about 50-50 with this list.
Yeah, thereabouts. It does better against high pilot skill, Imperial veterans, things like that.
Of course, with Dengar, like Suckers and Forlorn, that's definitely the side you've got to concentrate on there. Do you think it's got anything to do with the fact that when you deploy the Spice Runners, being how they've got to deploy first, you've gone down for the bottom right corner on your side of the table.
Yeah.
And you've done that because those U-boats have those green left turns. You're trying to kind of mitigate their manoeuvrability a little bit.
To do that. It's also where the asteroids are placed. It means I'm only flying against at most 2 of them initially. One of them's got to be the other side of the asteroids, so I'm not flying against all 3 of them in one go.
Yeah.
So it keeps one of them out of play in the initial engagement.
Chris, though, when he came through those asteroids, placed perfectly.
He did
that one bank come in and literally just slotted in right between 2 of them.
He played a very, very good game.
Yeah, excellent play from him. And you've done very well yourself. Explain us a little bit about how your tournament went yesterday, because obviously it's very famous. Then we've got the 4 Hawks into the top.
I have heard a few things online. Yesterday went very well. I flew against 4 Rebel squads and 2 Imperial aces, and I won all of them with the 4 Hawks. So when as good as it ever could do.
So as far as Rebel squads, what were you looking at? Any Ghost?
There were 2 Ghost and Dash builds I flew against, and 2 Fat Falcons I flew against.
Wow, Fat Falcons today.
Yeah, they were there yesterday. I won all 4 of them.
Cool, and you've only lost 100 points in 6 rounds.
Yeah.
How'd that come about? You've got 2 of your. Let me just bring up your list data. You've got the 2 Spice Runners at 25. 25 points for Spice Runner with Dengar. 25 points for Torquil Mux. So I'm guessing you lost Torquil Mux a couple of times.
There was one game against one of the Fat Falcons where I lost one of the 25-point.
Spice Runners.
Yeah, Spice Runners. And there was one of the games against Ghost and Dash that was very, very close. I ended up with just 1 Hawk left.
Oh, wow. So there goes 75 points there.
Yeah, that one was I had the Hawk with the donut and he had Dash with the donut at the end.
That must have been one hell of a game.
And it was a cracking game. He was on 1 hit point.
Did it go to time?
No, I managed to get a shot off with the TLT. He had a choice whether to use a focus for attack or defence.
Yeah.
He shoots first, needs to get 4 damage through.
Right.
I only need to get 1 damage through.
Excellent.
And he chose to keep the focus for defence, and it wasn't enough.
Wow. So anyway, your record is something to be proud of. This match up here, you've only marked up 16 points on it. That's nothing to be ashamed of. You've gone excellently through day 1 with 400 players nearly. 1 loss. Let's face it. At the end of the day, of 8 top players, only one of them's going to go through with 1 loss. Only one of them's going to go through without losing a game. So it doesn't mean you're out of the running for any reason.
It's still all to play for, and it's a case of concentrating, keeping going.
You win those next 2 games, there's still a lot going on. Yeah. So anyway, good luck with the rest of the games.
Thank you.
And anybody you want to say hi to, anything like that? Did you share the link before we started?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was too busy concentrating on what I was doing.
Of course.
To do that.
Anybody you want to say hi to?
No, it's fine.
This will go up on YouTube afterwards. You're all right with that?
Well, yeah, it's fine. It's
okay.
good.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Mark.
Thanks for sorting it out.
No problem. Bye.
Cheers.
Chris.
How are we doing?
No, leave it alone. What I'll do is I'll just lean it back and it'll just stay like that.
Okay.
So how was that for you, man?
Well, I didn't know what game he'd got. I played next to him a couple of times yesterday, but never kept an eye on what he was doing and focused when I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I lined up against that and everybody's talking about the 4 Hawk list, I got him in. I was bricking it. I was little panics last night in case I came up with him.
We already mentioned that last night there were top 4 players that went 6-0.
Yeah.
So you knew that one of you 3 U-boat players was going to be facing him. Did you do any sort of like research into thinking about it? Or you
all based on that first round of shooting. So in my head, that rule of 11, rule of 16, I was going, right, if he comes forward 1 and I go forward 1, how much am I going to move to try and get that front row at range 3?
Just into range
and
3.
that exactly worked.
Yeah.
A couple of people did say to me before the game that he just shuffles forward 1, shuffles forward 1.
Yeah.
So that might have played into my thought at the time. But I honestly thought second round he was going to charge forward 4, and I was going to be at range 2 of his front row and range 3 of his back row. But he didn't do it. He just kept shuffling forward 1, and I torps on front row.
Ladies and gentlemen, rule of 11 wins games. Okay, it's something that a lot of, especially in the last meta before the jump mosters come out, a lot of people had forgotten about rule 11, especially new players to the game had pretty much gone, didn't even know about it. I actually had to explain it to some people recently exactly what it was, and they were like, wow, I can't believe that. And it's something you really have to pay attention to. Things like asteroid placement, rule of 11, these sort of decisions that have nothing to do with dice really do win and lose games. So pay attention to your rule of 11, guys. Just like don't drink, don't drive. Anything else you wanted to say before we go on?
Not really. I'm just chuffed that I've got through that. I've got probably another set of U-boats to try and face me.
I'm not going to be doing that game. Because I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of that in the top, probably, judging by the way things are going.
I just hope for one more.
Yeah, so excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time once again. You were here on Friday, and we'll see if we get you through to the top.
Absolutely. I'm hoping so. Thanks
Wicked.
again.
Thank you very much, Chris.